Welcome students to online classes of mathematics for class 8. In this video we are going to study the chapter number 9, which is algebraic expressions and identities of NCERT textbook. And this one is the session number 5 for this particular chapter. Here we'll be looking at the exercise 9.5 and we'll try to do the question number from question number 1 to question number 4. Okay, so we'll do question number 1 to question number 4 in this particular session. Okay. Myself Deepak Gautam, TGT Mathematics in Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan. So let's start with today's class. The algebraic expression identity in total have 4 subtopics, out of which we have already covered the first 3 subtopics in the previous session. Today we are going to start with the algebraic identities. Okay, so let's start. The algebraic identity. So first we have to understand what is an identity and how it is different from an equation. Okay, so identity is simply an equality which is true for every value of the variable in it. It's called an identity. That means we have an equation, or you can say equality. Okay, identity simply is an equality which is true for every value for the variable involved in it. Okay, like we have this a plus 1 and into a plus 2 equals to a square plus 3a equals plus 2. Okay, so whatever value you choose for a, this equality will stands true. Okay, let's take, if you take at the place of a1, so it will be 1 plus 1, and here again taking at the place of a1, so it will be 1 plus 2. That means this 1 plus 1 will be 2 and this 1 plus 2 will be 3. So when you multiply these two, you will get as 6. While on the other side, okay, this is the solution of the left hand side. Now I'm going to do here the right hand side. So we have this a square, that means 1 square plus 3 a into, we are taking a at the place of a 1 plus 2. Okay, so this a 1 square is 1, this 3 into 1 is again 3, and we have this 2. So when you add these two, you again get 6. So as you can see, the result of both sides is same, that is 6. If you are taking the value of a is equals to 1. Okay, you can try it with the other value 1, or we can take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anything number. You will find that this equality stands true for all the values of a. Okay, while an equation is true only for a certain value of the variable in it. Okay, it is not true for all the value of the variable. Okay, that means equation is, when you have an equation, that equation is true only for a certain value of the variable, while it's not true for the other value of the variable. Like in this case, we have this a square plus 3a plus 2 equals to 132. If you choose a equals to 10, then only then this equation will satisfy. Or if you take a equals to any other value, let's say 0 or 1, it will not satisfy. Okay, you can try with this 1. So if we take 1 here, so it will be 1 square will be 1. If you take a equals to 1, so 3 into 1 will be 3, and this we have 2. So the sum of these three numbers will be 6, while it is given as 132. That means it's not equals to 132. So this equation is not valid for the value 0, or you can try it with 0 also, and it's not true, as we have seen here, that's not true for 1. Okay, so the basic difference between the two is an identity is true for all the value of the variable in it, while the equation is true only for a fixed or a certain value, but it will not be true for the other value. Okay, I hope you understood the difference. That is, identity is true for all the value of the variable. You can choose the variable 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you can also choose -1, -2, -3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so on. So that identity will always hold true. Okay, but in case of an equation, that equation will be true for only certain or a particular value of the variable. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. Now we have some standard identities. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to study the 4 standard identities which I have written here. So let's understand this identity, how we can use them in the question. Okay, so here we have this first identity is a plus b whole square. Okay, we read this as power 2 of the both number. In addition, we read this as a plus b whole square. Okay, since the power of a plus b is 2, so we can write this as a plus b into a plus b. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we'll multiply this binomial by the binomial. So by first we multiply a into a, that will give us a square. Then we multiply this a into b, that will give us a b. Okay, now b into a will result as again ab, and then this b into will result as b square. Okay, so as you can see, these two are the like term, so we can add them. So it will be a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so that's the solution of this identity. Okay, so you should remember that whenever you find a term as a plus b whole square, you can write at the place of it, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, this is a simplified form of this standard identity. Okay, so what you have to learn and remember from here is that this a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, in similar way, we have the next identity, which is identity number 2. It is a minus b whole square. Okay, again we can write this as the power of the a minus b is 2, so we can write this as a minus b into a minus b. Okay, and when we multiply these two, this again a into a will result as a square, this a into minus b will result in minus ab, again this minus b into a will result as minus ab, and this minus b into minus b will result as plus b square. Okay, so that will be a square, and you can see again these two are the like term, so minus ab and minus ab will become twice of minus ab. Okay, then we have this plus b square. Okay, so that means if you have any term like a minus b whole square, you can write that as a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, next identity is a plus b into a minus b. Okay, this is very simple identity. Again we are going to multiply this binomial by the binomial, so this a into a will result as a square, then is a into minus b will be minus ab, then this plus b into plus a will give us plus ab. Okay, then this plus b into minus b will result as minus b square. As we know, plus into minus it will be minus. Okay, now you can notice from here that we have these two are like term but with the different sign, so we have minus ab and plus ab, so this will result as 0. That means these two will be cancelled out, so what we left with is a square minus b square. That means if we have a term like this, a plus b and a minus b, so that will be equals to a square minus b square. Okay, that is if two terms are first added and then subtracted. Okay, that is the sum of two term, then subtraction of two term will always result as the square of first term minus square of second term. Okay, now the next identity is x plus a into x plus b. Now you can notice here the first variable in the both expression is same, that is x and x, but the second variable is different. Here we have a and here in the second we have b. Okay, again we are going to multiply them in the similar manner, so this x into x will result as x square. Now this x into b will be xb, and this a into x will give us xa. Okay, and then this a into b will be plus ab. Okay, now you can see these two are not like term. Here we have xb and xa, but the x is common in both the terms, so what we are going to do is we'll take x common in these two terms. So what we'll get, if we get b plus a, or we can write it as a plus b by taking x common outside. Okay, so what we did here is from these two terms we have taken x outside, which is here, then we left with b plus a, and or you can write the term as a plus b. Okay, as you know, in addition the sum order of the terms does not make any difference. Okay, then we have this plus ab. Okay, that means that if you have a term like this, x plus a and x plus b, that will be directly equals to x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. Okay, and you will notice here that the first variable in both the terms is same while the second variable is different. Okay, so we have these four identity. Now we are going to use all these identity in the exercise 9.5. so all the question in the exercise 9.5 are based on these identities. Okay, so let's move to the exercise 9.5. let's start the exercise 9.5. This exercise in total have 8 questions. out of which we are going to do only the first 4 questions in this particular session. Okay, remaining will be covered in the next sessions. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Here we have used a suitable identity to get each of the following product. So we are given pair of the expression, or we have to find their product by using a suitable identity. Okay, so we have studied 4 identities. Keeping those identities in mind, okay, so we'll be using some one identity in each of the part of this question to get their product. Okay, instead of multiplying them, we are going to use the identity to get them. Okay, so the first one here is we have x plus 3 into x plus 3. As you can see, both terms are with positive sign. That means the identity which can be used here is a plus b whole square. Okay, so let's start with answer number 1, part 1. We have this x plus 3 into x plus 3. Okay, we can write this as x plus 3 whole square, as the both terms are exactly similar, x plus 3 and x plus 3, so we can write this as x plus 3 whole square. Now this is in the form of a plus b whole square. Okay, this is in considering this x as a and 3 as b, then we have its 2 powers, so this can be considered as x a plus b whole square. Okay, so we're going to write using identity. Okay, you have to every time mention which identity you are using. Okay, so here in this case we are using identity a plus b whole square, which is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so your main task is to learn and memorize these identities so that you can use them in the questions. Okay, so this will be, we have x plus 3 whole square. Okay, so in this case x is this a and this b is 3. Okay, so all the a's will be replaced by the x and all the b's will be replaced by 3 in this equation. Okay, so we have a square, that means at the place of a we have x, so we'll write x whole square plus 2 into a into b. A here is 3, sorry, a here is x and b here is 3, and at the place of b again we have 3, that is 3 whole square. So this will be x whole square will be x square plus this 2 into 3 will be 6, 6 into x will give us 6x, and then we have this 3 square is 9. Okay, so this x plus 3 whole square is equals to x square plus 6x plus 9. Okay, instead of multiplying these terms, that is that we used to do in the previous exercises, that we multiply the first term with the first term here, then first term with the second term here. Okay, then this second term with the first term here, and the so on. That's what we were doing in the previous exercises. Now we are going to find the product by using the, so in this case we got the product of x plus 3 plus 3 is equals to x square plus 9x plus 9, sorry 6x plus 9. Okay, let's move to the next part. We have here 2y plus 5 into 2y plus 5. Again you can see the both terms are similar with the positive sign, so again we can use a plus b whole square here. Okay, so first we'll write answer number second. We have 2y plus 5 into 2y plus 5, and this can be done as 2y plus 5 y square. Okay, so we'll write using identity. Okay, as the both term are again with the positive sign, so we'll write using identity, that is a plus b whole square, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so every time you have to write which identity you are using. Okay, if you keep on writing that, you will also, that will help you to memorize the identity. Okay, so that will be 2y plus 5 square. Okay, 2y plus 5 whole square. Okay, so at the place of a here we have 2y, and at the place of b we have 5. So let's solve this. First we have a square, a here is 2y whole square. Okay, then we have 2ab, that means 2 into a is 2y, b is 5, and then we have this b square means we have at the place of b 5, that will be 5 whole square. Now this 2y whole square will be 2 square is 4, y square. Okay, then we have plus this 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 5 is 20. Then we have this variable y. Okay, plus this 5 square is 25. So that's the answer of the part second. Okay, now next one is we have 2a minus 7 into 2a minus 7. Now you can see again the two terms are exactly same and also their sign is same. Okay, but this time we have minus. So which identity we can use here is we can use your second identity, which is a minus b whole square. Okay, so let's start. Answer number third, we have 2a minus 7 into 2a minus 7, which is will be equals to 2a minus 7 whole square. Okay, so now we are going to use a second identity. So write using identity, that will be 2a minus 7 whole square. Not this, we're going to write the identity here. Okay, that is a minus b whole square, which is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, the only difference is now we have the minus sign here. Okay, so let's start. We have 2a minus 7 whole square equals to, at the place of a we have 2a, so we'll write 2a whole square. Then we have minus, we write 2. At the place of a again we'll write this 2a, and at the place of b we'll write this 7. Okay, you will not write minus 7, you only write 7. Okay, then we have b square, that is 7 square. So let's solve this. This 2 square is 4 a square. Then we have this minus sign. 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 7 is 28 a. Then we have plus 7 square is 49. So that's the answer for the part third. Now moving to the next one, we have 3a minus 1 by 2 into 3a minus 1 by 2. Again the two terms are same with the minus sign. Okay, so again we can use here identity number 2, which is a minus b whole square. Okay, so let's start this answer. Answer number 4, we have this 3a minus 1 by 2 multiplied to 3a minus 1 by 2, or we can write this as 3a minus 1 by 2 whole square. Okay, so we'll write using identity. So identity that we're going to use is, we have the term a minus b. Okay, that is a minus b whole square. Okay, which is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so at the place of a we have 3a, and at the place of b we have 1 by 2. Okay, so this will be 3a minus 1 by 2 whole square is equals to, at the place of a we have 3a, so we'll write 3a square minus 2 into a is again 3a, b is 1 by 2, and we have plus, at the place of b we have 1 by 2 whole square. Okay, so after solving this, 3a square will give us 9a square. Then we have minus, this 2 will be cancelled, this 2 here, as this one is multiplication, this one is division, so these 2 will be cancelled out. So what we left with is only this 3a into a 1, so that will be 3a. Now we have plus, this 1 by 2 whole square will give us 1 by 4. So that's the final answer for this part 4 of the question number 1. Now moving to the next one. Now here we have 1.1 m minus 0.4 multiplied to 1.1 m plus 0.4. And now you have to notice here that the two terms are exactly same, but the difference is their sign between these two terms is different. First we have minus, then we have plus. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. We have the same term, but between the terms we have a different sign, which means we can use the identity 3 here, which is a plus b or a minus b. Okay, so as it is written as in the reverse order, minus term is written first or plus term is written second. But as you know, in case of multiplication also, the order of the number doesn't make any difference. Okay, so we consider this as a plus b and a minus b. So let's start this answer. Answer number 5, here we have 1.1 m minus 0.4 m, so 0.4, and we can write this as in the reverse manner. We can write this plus term first and this minus term second. Okay, as these two are multiplication, so the result of this does not and make any difference. Okay, if you multiply this 2 into 3, that will again 6, or if you multiply 3 into 2, that will be again 6. Okay, as I okay, so that's in multiplication, the order of the number does not make any difference, result will always be same. So what we have done is simply we have written this plus positive term first, that is 1.1 m plus 0.4 and 1.1 m minus 0.4. okay, so which identity we can use here is identity number 3, that is using identity. Third identity is a plus b into a minus b, and that is equals to square of first term, that is a square, minus square of second term, that is b square. Okay, so this will be 1.1 m plus 0.4 into 1.1 m minus 0.4. okay, and this will be equals to square of first term minus square of second term. So first term here is 1.1 m. okay, so the square of first term minus square of second term, which is 0.4 whole square. So 1.1 m square will be 1.21 m square. okay, as you know, the square of 11 is 121, so we have one digit here after decimal, and if you multiply it again with 1.1, so you will get the decimal. After decimal there will be two digits then. okay, then we have this minus sign between. This 0.4 whole square will be, as you know, 4 square is 16, so this will be 0.16. okay, so that's the answer for this part 5. Now moving ahead to the next one, we have a square plus b square into minus a square plus b square. So let's start this. So what we are going to do here first is we are again going to rearrange this number. So we can write this a square plus b square as b square plus a square, and we can write this minus a square plus b square as again b square minus. So what we did simply here is we have rearranged this number. So what we got is b square plus a square into a square b square minus a square. So now again you can see this in the form of a plus b and a minus b. That means we can use the identity 3 here. So let's write using identity a plus b into a minus b, which is equals to a square minus b square. okay, so let's try it. We have b square plus a square into b square minus a square. okay, so what we are going to do is its solution will be square of first term minus square of second term. So in this case the first term is b square, and then we have square of this term. Let's write minus from the equality identity, then square of second term, that is second term here is a square, the square of this term. So b square whole square will be b power 4, then we have a square whole square will be a power 4. okay, so that's the answer for this part 6 of the question number 1. Now moving ahead to the next one. Here we have 6x minus 7 into 6x plus 7. okay, so again this is a, there again we are having two same term with a different sign, 6x minus 7 and 6x plus 7. okay, so that is first two terms are subtracted and then added. okay, so we can write this as answer number 7. okay, again I'm rearranging them, so we can write this as 6x plus 7. okay, I'm writing the this positive sign term first, and we can write this as 6x minus 7. okay, again as you know, in multiplication the order of the number does not make any difference. So here we can use our identity number 3. So write using identity a plus b into a minus b, which is equals to a square minus b square. So this will be 6x plus 7 into 6x minus 7, that will be equals to the square of first term. The first term here is 6x minus square of second term, which is 7. So 6 square is 36 x square, and the 7 square is 49. So that's the answer for this part 7. Okay, moving ahead to the next one. Now we have this minus a plus c into minus a plus c. So what we are going to do is, again we are going to rearrange them. So let's try it. Answer number 8. This minus a plus c can be written as c minus a. Okay, again this minus a plus c can be written as c minus a. Now you will notice that these two terms are exactly same. Okay, so we can write this as c minus a whole square. Now we can use the identity 2, which is a minus b whole square. Okay, so we'll write using identity, that is a minus b whole square. Okay, so we can write this as a square minus 2ab plus b square. So this will be c minus a whole square equals to, we have a square, a here is c, that is c whole square, that means minus a into b, a here is c, b here is a, then we have plus b square, b here is a whole square. Okay, so the c whole square will be c square, then we have minus 2ac, then we have plus a square. Okay, so that's our final answer for this part. Moving ahead to the next one, we have x by 2 plus 3y by 4 into x by 2 plus 3y by 4. Now again you will notice that these two terms are exactly similar with the same sign. Okay, so we can use the first identity here. So let's start with answer number 9. We have x by 2 plus 3y by 4 multiplied to x by 2 plus 3y by 4. We can write this as x by 2 plus 3y by 4 whole square. Okay, so now we are going to use the identity. So I'll write using identity a plus b whole square, which is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so this will be, we have x by 2 plus 3y by 4 whole square will be equals to square of first term here is x by 2, then we have plus 2 into a into b, a here is x by 2, b is 3y by 4, then we have square of second term, which is b, b here is 3y by 4 whole square. Okay, so this will be, this x by 2 whole square will be x square, x whole square is x square, 2 whole square, 2 square is 4, then we have plus, this 2 will be cancelled out by the this 2, as this is multiplication, this one is division, so these 2 will be cancelled out. So what we left with is 3xy by 4, then we have plus this 3y by 4 whole square will be 9y square divided by 16. As you know, the square of 4 is 16. So that's the answer for this part 9. Let's see the last part of the question number 1. Here we have 7a minus 9b into 7a minus 9b. Okay, again these two terms are same with the same sign, so we can write this as, let's start answer number 10. We have 7a minus 9b into 7a minus 9b. This can be written as 7a minus 9b whole square, and we are going to use our second identity here. So let's write using identity a minus b whole square, which is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so this will be 7a minus 9b whole square equals to square of first term here is 7a, and we have minus 2 into a is again 7a and b is 9b, then we have plus b square, which is 9b whole square. So this will be 7 square is 49, a square, then we have minus 2, this 7 into 9 is 63. Okay, 63 into 2 will be 126 AB. Okay, then we have plus 9b square will be 81b square. Okay, so that's the answer of the all the 10 parts of question number 1. Now moving to the next question. Question number 2 is use the identity x plus a into x plus b equals to x square plus a plus b into x plus ab to find the product of the following given expressions. Okay, so here we are particularly asked to use this identity, which is identity number 4. Okay, so in all the 7 parts we'll be using this given identity. Okay, so let's start with the first one. It's answer number 2, part 1. We have x plus 3 into x plus 7. We have x plus 3 into x plus 7, and the identity that we are going to use is already given. So write using identity x plus a into x plus b equals to x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. So let's write a solution. We have x plus 3 and x plus 7. So at the place of x, we have x in both part. At the place of a we have 3, and at the place of b we have 7. Okay, so let's start. We have x. At the place of x we already have x, so this will be x whole square. Then we have plus in the formula or the identity. Then we have a plus b. A here is 3 and b is 7. Okay, this is a, this one is b. So a plus b will be 3 plus 7 into x. X is again given as x here. Then we have plus a into b. A is 3, b is 7. So this will be x whole square will be x square. Then we have plus this 3 plus 7 is 10 into x will be 10x. Then we have plus 3 into 7 will be 21. So we have to add here, then we have to subtract these two numbers. 3 plus 7 is 10 and 3 into 7 is 21. So that's the answer for the next one question. Moving ahead to the next one. Now we have 4x plus 5 and 4x plus 1. So at the place of x we have 4x, and at the place of a we have 5, and at the place of b we have 1. Okay, so let's start this answer number second of second. So we have this 4x plus 5 into 4x plus 1. Okay, so write using identity, which is already given in the question, that is x plus a multiplied to x plus b. That will be equals to x square plus a plus b into x plus a into b. So you have to write this identity every time. Okay, in every part of the questions you have to mention which identity you are using. So that will be 4x plus 5 into 4x plus 1 equals to, so at the place of x we have 4x, so we'll write 4x whole square, and we have plus. At the place of a we have 5, and at the place of b we have 1 into x. X here is 4x. Then we have a into b, that is 5 into a. So that will be 4x whole square will be 16x square. Then we have plus just 6. So 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 into 4 is 24x. Then we have plus 5 into 1 is 5. So that's the answer of part second. Next is we have 4x minus 5 and 4x minus 1. So again at the place of x we have 4x, and at the place of a here we have minus 5, and at the place of b we have minus 1. Okay, so let's start answer number 3. Here we have this 4x minus 5, 4x minus 1. So we'll write using the identity is x plus a into x plus b, which is equals to x square a plus b into x plus a into b. Okay, so this will be 4x minus 5 and 4x minus 1. So at the place of x we have 4x, so that will be 4x whole square plus, then we have a plus b. A here is minus 5, b is minus 1, then we have x is 4x, then we have a into b, a is again minus 5, b is minus 1. So this will be 4x whole square will give us 16x square, then we have is minus 5 and minus 1 will be minus 6. Minus 6 into plus 4x will be minus 24x. So this minus 24x and this plus sign will be changed to minus. So this will be minus 24x. This minus 5 into minus 1 will give us plus 5. Okay, so the minus minus in multiplication will change to plus. One here is 4x plus 5 into 4x minus 5. Now at the place of x again we have 4x, and at the place of a we have plus 5, and at the place of b we have minus 1. So let's start its answer. This is part 4. We have 4x plus 5 into 4x minus 1. Okay, so we'll use the identity. Again we are going to use the same identity, that is x plus a into x plus b, which is equals to x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. Okay, so that will be 4x plus 5 into 4x minus 1 equals to, we have x square, that is x at the place of x we have 4x, that will be 4x whole square, then we have plus a plus b. A here is 5, b is minus 1, then we have x is again 4x, then we have plus a into b is a is plus 5 and b is minus 1. So this will be 4x whole square will be 16x square, then we have this 5 minus 1 will be 4 in plus 4 into plus 4x will give us plus 16x. Okay, and then this 5 into minus 1 will give us minus 5. So that's the answer for the part 4. Moving ahead to the next one, we have 2x plus 5y into 2x plus 3y. So at the place of x we have 2x, and at the place of a we have 5y, and at the place of b we have 3y. Okay, so let's start with answer number 5. We have 2x plus 5y into 2x plus 3y. Okay, so we'll write using identity, that is x plus a into x plus b equals to x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. Okay, so this will be 2x plus 5y into 2x plus 3y. So this will be at the place of x we have 2x, so this will be 2x whole square, then we have plus, we have a plus b. A here is 5y, b is 3y into x here is 2x, then we have plus a into b. A is 5y, b is 3y. Okay, so this will be 2x whole square will be 4x square, then we have plus this 3y and 5y will be 8y into 2x will be 16xy, then we have plus 5 into 3 it will be 15, y into y will be y square. So that's the answer for question number 2. Moving to the next one, we have 2a square plus 9 and 2a square plus 5. So at the place of a we have this 2a, at the place of x we have 2a square, and at the place of a we have 9, at the place of b we have 5. So let's start its answer number 6. We have 2a square plus 9 and 2a square plus 5. So we'll write using identity that we are going to use is x plus a into x plus b equals to x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. So this will be 2a square plus 9 into 2a square plus 5. Okay, so at the place of x we have 2a square, so we'll write 2a square whole square plus, we have a plus b x, a here is 9, b is 5 into x, x is 2 a square, then we have plus a into b. A is again 9 and b is 5. So this will be 2a square whole square will be 4a power 4. Then we have plus this 5 and 9 will be 14. 14 into 2 will be 28a square. Then we have plus 9 into 5 is 45. That's the answer. Moving to the next one. Here we have xyz minus 4 and xyz minus 2. So at the place of x we have xyz, and at the place of a we have minus 4, and at the place of b we have minus 2. So let's start its answer. Number 7. It is the last part of question number 2. So if we have xyz minus 4 and xyz minus 2. So we'll use the identity. Using identity, x plus a into x plus b, which is equals to x square plus a plus b into x plus a into b. So this will be xyz minus 4 multiplied to xyz minus 2. This will be equals to square of x. X here is xyz, so we have xyz whole square. Then we have plus a plus b. A here is minus 4, b is minus 2, x is xyz. Then we have a into b. Again a is minus 4 and b is minus 2. So this will be xyz whole square will give us x square into y square into z square. Then we have this minus 4 and minus 2 will be minus 6. So we have minus 6 xyz when multiplied to this xyz, and this minus 4 into minus 2 will become plus 8. Okay, so that's the answer of the question part 7 of question number 2. Okay, so simply you have to use the same identity in all the parts, okay, without getting confused with the value of x, a and b. Okay, just simply use those value and insert that in the identity. You will get the required answer. Okay, moving to the next one. Question number 3 is find the following squares by using identity. So we are given here 6 expression. We have to find their square by using a suitable identity. Okay, so here I am going to do only the 3 parts, that is part 1, 3 and 4. Rest 3 will be done by you. Okay, if I am going to solve all the parts, that in that case the length of the video will be very long. Okay, so keep it short. I am going to solve only the 3 parts, other 3 will be done by you. Okay, that will be your homework. Okay, so let's start with the first one. We have b minus 7 whole square. So this is in the form of a minus b whole square. So we can use the identity second here. So let's write using identity a minus b whole square, which is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so this will be b minus 7 whole square equals to square of first term here is b, and we have minus 2 into a into b. A here is b and b is 7. Then we have plus b square. B is again 7. So this b whole square will be b square. Then we have minus 2 into 7 is 14. 14 into b is 14b. Then we have plus 7 square is 49. Okay, let's see the part 3 now. Part 3 is here we have 6 is x square minus 5y whole square. So as you can see, this is in the form of a minus b whole square. So we can use the identity 2 here. So let's write using identity. Using identity, we are going to use a minus b whole square, which is identity number 2. Okay, this is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So this will be 6x square minus 5y whole square. So at the place of a we have 6x square, and at the place of b we have 5y. Okay, so this will be square of first term, that is 6x square whole square. Then we have minus 2 into a into b. A is 6x square and b is 5y. Then we have b square is again 5y whole square. Okay, so this 6x square whole square will be 6 square is 36. X square whole square will be x power 4. So then we have minus this 6 into 2 is 12. 12 into 5 is 60. Then we have 60 x square into y, then we have this 5y square will be 25y square. So that's the answer for the part 3 of the question number 3. Okay, now let's see part 4. Here we have 2 by 3 m plus 3 by 2 n whole square. As you can see now here we have two terms with positive sign in between and having whole power 2. So we can use identity 1 here, that is using identity a plus b whole square, that is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so this will be 2 by 3 m plus 3 by 2 n whole square equals to, so at the place of a here we have 2 by 3 m and at the place of b we have 3 by 2 n. Okay, so this will be a square is 2 by 3 m whole square, then we have plus 2 into a into b. A is 2 by 3 m into b is 3 by 2 n plus we have b square which is 3 by 2 n whole square. Okay, so this 3 will cancel out this 3 here and this 2 will cancel out this 2 here. So what we get here is only this 2mn. So first let's write this 2 by 3 m whole square will be 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, m whole square will be m square, then we have plus. Okay, this 2 and 2 will be cancelled, 3 will be cancelled by this 3. So what will be left with is 2mn. Okay, then we have plus this 3 by 2 n square will be 3 square is 9, 2 square is 4, n square. Okay, so that's the answer for the part 4 of question number 3. Okay, in similar way you can solve the other part, okay, by using the suitable identity. Okay, so now let's move to the next question. Question number 4 is simplify these given expressions. Okay, we are given certain expression, we have to simplify them. So let's start with the first one. Here we have a square minus b square whole square. Okay, so this is given as a minus b whole square. So we are going to use the identity number 2 here. Let's write using identity a minus b whole square, that will be a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so let's write this. We have a square minus b whole square, a square minus b square whole square will be, at the place of a we have a square, at the place of b we have b square. So this will be a square is a square whole square, then we have plus 2 into a is a square, b is b square, then we have b square means b square whole square. Okay, this will result as a power 4 plus this will be 2 into a square b square plus b power 4. Okay, so that's the answer of part 1 of question number 4. Moving to the next one, we have here this is 2x plus 5 minus 2x minus 5. So we are going to use the a plus b whole square here and a minus b whole square here. Okay, so we are going to solve this simultaneously. Okay, so let's write this will be equals to, we are going to use the identity 1 here and identity 2 in the second term. So this a plus b whole square will give us a square, that is 2x whole square, then we have plus 2ab, 2 here is 2, a here is 2x, b is 5, then we have b square, that is 5 square. So this is the solution of the first part. Then we have minus sign in between. Let's apply the identity 2 in the second part. So we have 2x minus 5 whole square, which will be square of first term, that is 2x square, then we have minus twice of a into b, a is 2x, b is 5, then we have plus b square, that is 5 whole square. Okay, so this will be this 2x whole square will be 4x square, then we have plus this 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 5 is 20x, then we have 5 square will be 25. Okay, keeping this still inside the bracket. So we have this minus sign. Let's solve this term now. The 2x whole square will be 4x square, then we have minus 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 5 is again 20x, then we have this 25 which is the square of 5. Now we are going to open this bracket by reversing all the sign inside the second bracket. Okay, so we have this 4x square plus 2x, sorry, not 2x, 20x plus 25. When you open this bracket, will be minus 4x square plus 20x minus 25. Okay, all the signs will be reversed. So now you can see here, this plus 4x square will cancel this minus 4x square, and this plus 25 will cancel this minus 25. Okay, so what we left with only is this 20x plus 20x, that will result as 40x. Okay, so that's our answer. Moving to the next one, we have here now 7m minus 8n square plus 7m plus 8n square. Okay, so we have here a minus b and a plus b, so we are going to use those two identity. So I start directly applying those identity. This one is a minus b whole square, that will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. So a square means 7m whole square minus 2ab is 2 into 7m into 8n, then we have plus b square, that is 8n square. That's the first part of this given expression. Then we have plus sign in between, then start the bracket. Then now we have a plus b whole square, that will be a square, that is 7m square plus 2ab is 2 into 7m into b is 8n, then we have plus b square, that is 8n whole square. Okay, so this will be, this 7m whole square will be 49m square, then we have minus this 8 into 7 will be 56, 56 into 2 will be 112 mn, then we have plus this 8 square will be 64n square, and then we have inside the second bracket this 7m square will be 49m square, then we have plus again this 8 into 7 into 2 will be 112 mn, then we have plus 8n square will be 64n square. Okay, now let's open this bracket. As we have plus outside, so all the term will be unchanged. Okay, so we have 49m square minus 112 mn plus 64n square, then we have plus 49m square plus 112 mn plus 64n square. Now here these minus 112 mn will cancel this plus 112 mn, so we are left with only this 49m square, and 49m square will become 98m square, then we have plus the 64 and 64 n square will give us 132 n square. Okay, so that's the part of the solution of the part 3 of question number 4. Okay, moving to the next one, we have here 4m plus 5n square plus 4m plus 4n square. Okay, so let's solve this. Again applying the identity a plus b whole square and a plus b whole square. Okay, so this will be a square, that is 4m square, then we have plus 2ab is 2 into a is 4m, b is 5n, then we have plus n b square, that is 5n whole square. Okay, close the bracket, then write the plus sign, then start the second bracket for the second term. Now again we are going to apply a plus b whole square, that is square of first term, that is 5m square, plus twice of a into b, that is 5m into 4n, then square of second term, which is 4n square. Okay, let's solve these terms. This 4m whole square will be 16m square, then we have plus 2 into 4 is 8, 8 into 5 is 40 mn. Okay, then we have 25n square will be, sorry, 5n square will be 25n square. Okay, keeping this inside the bracket. Second term will be 5m square will be 25m square, then we have plus this 2 into 5 into 4 will give us 40 mn, then we have 16n square. Now let's open the bracket. As we have plus sign as well, so all the terms inside this bracket will remain unchanged. Okay, so we'll write 16m square plus 40 mn plus 25n square, then we have this 25m square plus 40mn plus 16n square. Okay, so this will be, as all the terms are with positive sign, so we are going to add them. This 16m square and 25n square will give us 41m square. Okay, this 40mn and 40mn will become 80m, and then we have plus again this 25 and this 16m square will give us 41n square. Okay, so that's the answer of part 4 of question number 4. Moving to the next one, we have here 2.5p minus 1.5q square minus 1.5p minus 2.5q whole square. Okay, so this is a minus b whole square, then we have a minus b whole square. Okay, in between we have minus sign. So let's start its solution. So we have here this a minus b whole square. So a here is 2.5p whole square, and we have minus twice of a into b. A is 2.5p, b is 1.5q, then we have plus sign, that is b square 1.5q whole square. Okay, bracket close, then we have minus sign outside, bracket start. We have this a square, that is 1.5p square, and we have plus 2 into 1.5p into 2.5q, then we have, okay, this will not be plus, it should be minus, then we have plus b square, that is 2.5q whole square. Okay, so this will be, this 2.5p whole square will be 6.25p square, then we have minus this 2 into 2.5 will be 5, 5 into 1.5 will be 7.25pq, then we have plus 1.5q whole square will be 1.5 whole square will be 2.25q square, then we have inside second bracket this 1.5 whole square will be 2.25p square, and we have minus again this 2 into 1.5 into 7.5 will give us, sorry, 2.5 will give us 7.25. okay, pq, then we have this 2.5q square will be 6.25q square. This will be this 6.25p square minus 7.25 pq plus 2.25q square. Okay, and when you open this bracket, all the terms inside the bracket will be reversed in the sign. Okay, so this will come minus 2.25p square plus 7.25 pq and minus 6.25 q square. Okay, so that's the terms after opening the bracket. Now this minus 7.25 pq will cancel this plus 7.25. okay, so what we left with only this 6.25 minus 2.25 will give us 4p square, and this minus this plus 2.25 and this minus 2.25 will give a minus 4q square. So that's the answer of the part 5 of question number 4. Okay, moving to the next one. Here we have AB plus BC whole square minus 2AB square C. Okay, so we are going to apply A plus B whole square here, and then we have minus 2A square B. Okay, so let's start. This will be square of first term, that is AB whole square, plus 2 into AB, that is AB into BC, then we have square of second term, that is BC whole square, then we have minus 2AB square C. Okay, so this will be A square B square, then we have this plus, when you multiply these three terms you will get 2AB square C, then we have plus B square C square, then we have in the end minus 2ab square c. Okay, now here this plus 2ab square c will cancel this minus 2ab square c. Okay, so what we left with is these two terms will be cancelled out, so we'll remain with a square b square plus b square c square. Okay, so that's the answer for this one. Now moving to the last one, we have m square minus n square m whole square plus 2m cube plus n square. So applying a minus b whole square here, so this will be a square, that is m square whole square, then we have minus twice of first term into second term, that is first term here is m square, second term is n square m, then we have plus square of second term which is n square m whole square, in the end we have 2m cube n square. Okay, so this will be m power 4 minus, when you multiply these you will get 2m cube n square plus n power 4 m square. Okay, then we have plus 2m cube n square. Again this term will cancel this term, as these two terms are same with the different sign. So what we get is m power 4 plus n power 4 m square. So that's the answer of the part 7 of the question number 4. With this we have completed the first 4 question of exercise 9.4. We'll cover the remaining question in the next session. Okay, so that's all for now everyone. Thanks for joining here. Thank you.